That felt good.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Hi, Jeff.
Hello, Vinny.
How are you?
I'm great. It's Monday.
What?
Gears of War Judgment Day.
Oh, man.
It's -1.
Judgment Day.
Yeah. Game's out tomorrow.
Yes.
But we're here today. I'm gonna show you what this game is all about.
You're allowed to do this? Dang, man.
Hey, man, I'll stop for nothing.
You are the judgment.
That's right. I judged. Sword out.
There she is. She's got a sword and she's got the scales.
I think if I back out to this other menu,
oh, better.
Like a little,
yeah.
Hey.
And she's like, oh, you know what? Fuck the blindfold. I'm putting on this armor, and it's actually a chainsaw.
Maybe the
sword.
blindfold just burned off.
Maybe.
You know, maybe that was the one real piece of cloth on the statue.
It's just kept the dress.
The dress is cement.
Well, what is Gears of War Judgment?
Gears of War Judgment is a Gears of War game set before the events of Gears of War, starring Baird and Cole and a couple of newcomers, and it's got a couple of campaigns. Aftermath is kind of set alongside Gears of War 3, kind of fills in a little moment from Gears 3. It's kind of a shorty, but Judgment is the main proper campaign. And I'm going to get in here and just kind of select chapter on this. We'll assign it to an empty slot.
Post-Emergence Day?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is after the Pendulum Wars, I guess.
Okay.
And it's still, the game is told in flashback. The whole thing is you see the testimony on these chapters here. You know, the game is kind of set with you in a tribunal. Your squad has done something to anger your superiors, and you are kind of retelling the events of the game. I'm going to start here because I don't have all 3 stars in this area. We'll see if I can. We'll see if I can do it.
It's just look at that young, clean-shaven face.
Yeah, the characters, I mean, you know, Baird and Cole, I feel like are pretty defined over the Gears trilogy. Baird being the guy who fixes machines and bitches all the time.
Yep.
And Cole being the guy that says, woo!
And then,
baby!
And then has an emotional moment or two.
Yeah.
And like,
there's less of both of those in here.
Well, they haven't quite. Wow, they're babies.
Yeah, you know, so you're going to get young Cole.
Wait, is that really Cole?
Yeah.
He looks smaller.
And then we got Sophia here. She is an Onyx Guard cadet.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is that in like the books?
Pretty tough. And then Paddock is, I guess he's the fake Russian dude. Since they're in space, they're not Russians. They're whatever fake nation they came up with that means Russia. And I believe the Pendulum Wars were us fighting him. So this is some kind of uneasy moments.
Okay.
With him in there. Let's see.
And how long ago did the Locusts emerge? Is everybody still kind of like, what are they?
Yeah, there is some element of, you know, these guys don't have tactics, they're animals. Okay. You know, but and you're kind of out there learning like, no, these guys are fighting us proper. So let's talk about changes real quick here before we get in here. You remember Gears of War D-pad changes buttons, all that sort of stuff, changes weapons rather.
D-pad, yeah, pick your
They
grenades
have changed
from the
that to kind of more standard shooter controls of the Y button switching between 2 weapons.
Did they speed up that animation as well?
I feels like they did. He'll jam these things out, man. He'll really go.
All right, so Y swaps between the 2 weapons.
Yeah, like Call of Duty or Halo, kind of a typical
Yeah.
console shooter rather than the Gears stuff. And they have moved grenades to a button, so I can hold down the left bumper here to do this, or I can just tap the bumper to let it go. I can also cancel that grenade.
Jeez, that's gotta be faster.
I don't want to waste it. So grenades, I found them to be way more useful, just because they're right there at your disposal, kind of at all times. The other thing here is the game is broken up into these sections. I mean, we're pretty safe right here. There's obviously this door, and the game almost feels like it's broken up into like almost Left 4 Dead safe houses.
Is that what that big gear sign means?
So the big gear sign is kind of the new gameplay tweak, the new kind of cool thing they're doing that I think's pretty neat here. We can go up and look at it. And these are sort of mutators, if you want to use the Unreal word for it, that kind of change the gameplay over the course of the next section.
Okay.
So they will force you into using hammer burst, sawed-offs, and one-shots.
Okay.
And because the game's being told in flashback, it's like, you know, was this declassified as part of the report or not?
Gotcha.
And when I hit this button to accept it, you'll hear some additional dialogue that is like them kind of giving their testimony again, that story in flashback. It's
to make this
it's cool.
This?
So here we go.
I know we're forbidden from using enemy weapons, Colonel, but to survive out there in the field, you have to know how to adapt, and I'm an adaptable man.
So you see now I have a hammer burst and a sawed off. So just automatically changes your weapons. Other mutators or other kind of declassified things will do things like, you'll start with like next to no ammo, or you'll have to finish a certain section in 4 minutes.
Is this how you get the 3 stars?
Yeah, so you earn stars more easily when you have accepted the declassified stuff.
Any new weapons in this?
Yeah. Which is weird because it's a prequel, but there's the Marxa, which is sort of a halfway. That's where there was a dog tag there that I already got. The sort of the halfway sniper rifle. It's not as snipery as the long shot, so it's a little more useful, I found, but not as effective of a sniper weapon.
Oh, weird. So they're bringing in everybody through the whole series here? Like enemies that started showing up later in the Gears series?
Yeah, they'll show up. I mean, the Cantus I think was in Gears 1.
Was it?
Not, I want to say it was.
Oh, okay, maybe
I could be wrong. Oh, that's I'm being targeted. That's bad. Ticker somewhere. Where?
So how much of this is told in the narrative, like what you're doing? Is it set up at the beginning, or do you kind of figure it out?
My problem with the story, I really like the way they tell it, but what they're telling is super straightforward. It's sort of a, hey, there's a big bad guy, we should probably stop him, and then you stop him. The way you stop him is kind of the thing that is, kind of causing this tribunal to happen in the first place.
Sure. You collapse Jacinto?
Yeah. No, that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
So you see every kill I get, you see that bar of stars filling up.
Yeah.
Oh. And when I get knocked down like that, when I go down but not out, it'll start to drain.
The bar?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting.
So you want to do well in each section.
Yeah.
So that it makes it, I mean, at this point, 3 Gears of War games, I've come to play them a very specific way.
Yeah.
With a very specific set of weapons. I'm not usually using shotguns. It's just never been the thing that I'm into with Gears of War. So with this, you're kind of forced in different instances to play the game differently if you want to kind of
with these modifiers.
Succeed. Yeah.
Is it? Are you getting any more or less points for headshots or chainsaw attacks or anything like that?
Yeah. So if I kill someone with a headshot, it fills up the bar more quickly than it would otherwise, and that sort of stuff.
I mean, because it is Gears of War, you are going to have to kill everybody anyway to move on from section to section, but that's interesting that if you go down, you'll drain the bar.
Yeah, so you can finish the section, declassify the stuff, but still not earn all 3 stars.
Ah, that's really cool.
Alright, let's see if we can... No, that doesn't go through. I'm just going to try and slide up alongside.
What if the Onyx thing is something from the books?
The Onyx Guard have shown up in
the games?
Yeah.
That's a ticker.
That is a ticker. Thank you.
There you got it.
Good stuff.
So no lambent stuff yet, right?
So yes.
Oh, come on.
That's kind of the crazy... Like, I remember the Lambent stuff not showing up until at least Gears 2. It's been a while since I've played Gears 1.
I thought it was near maybe the end of Gears 1. I don't know. You and I, maybe not the Gears historians.
No, I don't necessarily.
But I do remember it being a story beat.
Yes, definitely, absolutely.
It was a surprise, I thought, to everyone on my Gears team, Baird included.
But maybe if you go back and look, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's because this whole thing was a classified op, or,
He just gives a knowing look.
There's probably some amount of plausible deniability that they can pull off here. So I have sawed off also, but I need to get up closer for this thing if I want to try and make these guys explode.
And then
Hello.
plop.
Hi.
And
so since I'm blowing those guys up, they're, I'm getting more points for...
Turn into a mist of Lamborghinis.
Oh, God. Friggin' Cantus.
I just feel like you're playing multiplayer. Every time I see the over-the-shoulder and it's not a dude in a do-rag, I feel like you're playing multiplayer or co-op with somebody else.
Well, so you end up playing as all 4 characters from your squad.
In the single player?
Yeah.
Do they play any differently?
No,
or-
no,
okay.
that's, you know,
It's not like Onyx Lady has a special gun or something.
no. She just likes to slam.
Has Barrett ever put his goggles down? Whole game?
Spoiler. No, no. It is no.
Never even says why he's got them, or like, oh, I can see through walls with this.
No.
Nothing? All right.
Nothing like that.
Really like steampunk.
Welding goggles, maybe?
And Drew says welding goggles.
Yeah, you know, if he's gonna be a guy that's working on machines, then
He's
you
got
know.
at the ready.
I mean, he is an engineer. When they do make the game class-based in multiplayer, so he actually does have a sort of a welding thing that'll fix fix emplacements and stuff like that.
He might have taken them down in the other games and been working on Jack or a car or something.
In some cutscene or something, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like that band's gonna leave a mark someday.
That might not ever come off.
Yeah, it might not ever come off.
Well, you know, we all have our crosses to bear. War is hell.
Yeah. Oh, I just killed it. Shotgun that motherfucker.
I probably should have.
I kind of like his. I kind of like the outfit.
Hey, buddy.
Oh no! Did
you'll-
cell phone pop out of him?
That's ammo,
Okay.
and then we'll automatically pick it up. Oh, missed that. Missed that again. That was just bad.
I think I just missed sleeves. What I don't like, I think Cole looks too small. He's supposed to be like this is his prime right after.
Yeah, this is kind of right after he came out of Thrash Ball. So
yeah,
you'd
I would think he
that
would have
he'd
been more jacked.
Well, that's just War is the ultimate jacker.
Okay. I've seen that on the back of cars.
Yeah.
These poor men. They're
They're
not
not
human.
men. Hey.
What's that big old gun?
That's a one-shot. That's a kind
Okay.
of
Yeah.
and so you see they moved. You saw that little eye piece there. They moved
Yeah.
that to up on the D-pad since
It should be like right.
it was
click
Y
in?
before.
Oh. And find your squad. Squad vision is moved.
It's down on the D-pad now.
Okay.
All right, so now we got these guys coming at us. Let's grab this one shot and see how many times I can miss.
Okay.
Hey,
And then now you have your stars, but you're not locked in. You can always lose
exactly. Yeah, if I go down, where are these stickers at?
Does that always kind of keep you on edge at the very end of a level? That like you just got to make sure you don't go down at the very end.
I want to say that you're kind of still earning points.
Okay.
So
You
even
get a
if I were
buffer.
to,
Okay. Might be extending past
Yeah.
that bar.
because I've definitely died near the end of something and still gotten 3 stars.
Yeah, I can see that being real crappy.
Yeah, and at the end of a section, it'll kind of stop and total up like, here's how you did, and you'll see some points drain out there if you died a lot. Is there a boomer down here still? There's something down here still.
I had a lot of guys explode.
I'm gonna say yeah. There's a
No,
boomer somewhere.
I think you're clear.
Is he up there?
Watch your back.
Oh, he's up there now.
Oh,
Oh,
there
he's
he
right
is.
there. Hey, hi.
Hi. Do you ever get any sense? Nice. Do you ever get any sense what
Man, I ain't never seen so many grubs in one place before.
Marcus and Dom are doing during this time?
Let's just get inside.
Is he in jail?
I don't think he would be in jail.
So they don't really address it during the campaign.
It's not a factor.
It's not his story.
So I can run around here and still kind of collect stuff. Like it forces you to kind of run to this spot and hit the continue button to go on to the next section, and then it'll pause and give us this.
So it does seem like they made a, for lack of a better term, in my ignorance, a little more arcadey. Would you say? Like with
I
the
think so. I mean,
scoring
yeah,
and the-
this stuff definitely takes you out of the game. Every 10, 15 minutes or whatever. Where
Or just, it seems like they're setting up for you to like, hey, replay these levels. Get
right,
the
make sure you get all the stars,
yeah.
and then the stars are tuned to your difficulty. So if you play on higher difficulties, you get different colored stars, and those are, of course, you see, it says right there, gold, hardcore stars, onyx stars.
And then there's a leaderboard for your friends in the world.
It's got a ton of leaderboards that are all per section.
I'm Onyx.
But
Make noise, B-boys.
Stay here and defend this area. The east wing
Back
is
to fuck up.
She's Onyx. She's got a weird face.
You see the bitch-ass bootlegger motherfuckers selling my tape, let them know they're getting shot. So they work a lot of horde mode style moments into the campaign like this. Where they're going to give me these turrets.
And then set it up.
And I'm going to set it up here. That was a ranged one. This is a Nasher, so it is a shotgun. So I'll set it over here. You
Oh,
see we got
wow.
some-
Even the
yeah, we got
fences,
some fences.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we no longer have to use these weapons here, so I can kind of run around and see if there's anything else, like a Lancer. Hey, how about that?
Okay, so
It's the gun they made the game for.
you are now you're now clear of those commitments you made.
Right, but now there are new commitments for me to make. I believe it's right here. Yeah.
That's kind of weird that you actually have to. These things are not hidden.
No, they
okay.
are not hidden. They are blatant.
Okay.
And so if I accept this, then there will be Nemesis showing up as part of this fight. So sure.
Did you do this one
We were
already?
inside, so I figured we didn't have to worry about any nemesis. Then I realized all the room's windows were broken.
Wah, wah.
Shit.
Am I gonna stick with this double barrel? What do we got over here? Nashers? Yeah, it's a single barrel. So I mean, it's even just like, you know, ticking down to when the wave starts, all that sort of stuff. Like it's pretty
What's up with that grenade?
blatant about it. And this happens a handful of times throughout the campaign. But let's start it off and have them come in here.
Uh-oh.
All right, I have no grenades.
So
I think there might be some grenades.
I thought I saw one stuck on a wall. Oh, there's some. So something like this where you actually
That wall
have.
already closed. Is just they pop out and that's that, or no?
Yeah,
There's an opening.
I don't know. I can't see them.
Oh, I'm
Man,
really,
these nemesis.
I can be pretty bad at this. Actually, I found myself using grenades a lot more with a move to a button like that. My turret's out of ammo, so I got to run over here and pick it up and go, come on!
And that's it?
That's it.
Did you find that these little Gears modifiers were a lot harder, or
Some are harder than others. I mean, you know, some of them that'll be like, you've got 4 minutes before poison gas floods this whole room. You know, definitely trickier.
So something like that, like you die when that happens?
Yeah, and then you have to start that section over.
Oh, wow. Like that other one where you're restricted to the weapons. If you picked up another weapon, would you break it, or it just wouldn't let you do it?
There were no other weapons to pick up that I saw.
Okay. Well, you couldn't even get the boom shot or anything like that?
I want to say in situations where you've turned on that modifier, they set it up so that he will not drop the gun.
Wow. That's kind of good then, in a way.
But I also saw a tooltip saying if you pick up, there's a way for you to fail these things if you do that. So I'm not sure. I never failed one. I never like accidentally picked up a gun and went like, oh crap, I screwed this up.
Kind of knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, that never happened. So there's a boomer over there somewhere.
Anything new on the chainsaw dude's front? Oh, boom. That's
You know, it's the same thing where if you get shot, I can't chainsaw that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you not? You can't. You just swat you away.
On normal, these guys blow up real easily.
So no new mechanics, like a
You know, if I'm revving up the
duel.
chainsaw and I get shot, it knocks it down.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing. So
But nothing new. And like, when did they start? The duels were in like 2 or 3, where
they do the
Locust,
clashing.
yeah.
That'll happen. The retro lancers in this game.
Oh, we can just charge.
Yeah.
Does he flip the chainsaw over ever?
Yeah, you get somebody from behind. That whole animation, like a lot of the same animations are all in here and stuff. It's very much. You know, I mean, you look at those menus, look at that stuff. Like, there's a whole lot of Gears 3 all over this game.
So how much is this?
It's $60.
This is okay.
Which is maybe the alarming part. So I ended up really liking the campaign. We'll get to the multiplayer, you know, a little later. And that's I came out of the campaign going, this is cool. This is I enjoyed this. Like the modifiers freshen it up. Like the story's kind of non-existent, but that's fine. Like it was good to get back in and shoot some dudes, and I had a good time doing it. And then I started looking more and more at the multiplayer, and it bummed me out.
Huh.
The multiplayer offering.
Put a grenade in there.
Yeah.
That's surprising. That would be a. I would not have predicted that's where it would fall apart.
Yeah. I would have thought that, hey, you're making a Baird campaign. That's not going to be very good.
Yeah. Like,
but I thought the campaign was fine. I think Baird's totally fine.
Does it give you anything?
I should turn up my sensitivity.
Does it flesh out this world anymore? In parts that you or I might care about?
Really. You know, that you get the little bits of this fake Russian guy and kind of some talk about what that war was like before the Locust came.
Okay.
Little bits of it, and the Aftermath campaign deals with kind of, you know, a little bit of that stuff as well.
But we're not going to get any more on the genesis of Locust or
No, not at all. And that's all stuff. I think, you know, a lot of that ends up getting addressed through Gears 3. The bulk of it, anyway. You're right. It probably did leave some questions.
But there was a little more stuff about the lady.
I think the lady stuff ends up being implied by some of the stuff you find. Is that what it was?
I think some of
you find the statue and you're like, hey, that lady. Why does that lady look exactly like the queen? Like, oh.
Yeah. Oh. At the end of this, do you find like a?
Oh crap! See, there I went down by stealth 3 stars.
You don't get like what's your lady's name? Sophia. You know, Sophia isn't a love interest that somehow dies and gives you this scarf that you then give to Marcus and puts on his head. You don't see the origins of the do-rag or anything?
Stop asking me about things that would only be in the end of the game.
Oh, man.
But no.
Trying to think, like, what are the parts of a piece of post-trilogy content you're like, what do you want to know? You want to know where the do-rag came from? Maybe the queen. I don't know.
It's very little that ties back into the existing
Main
trilogy.
content. Okay.
It is kind of its own thing.
Like, these are the questions I have, Jeff.
Yeah.
This is what needs to be answered.
I could grab this mulcher, but you know, I would just run slow. Why bother? So why don't we? Well, actually, I'll finish this section and then jump out.
Boy, they were letting you know where to go.
Come on.
Yeah.
So you see, I'm still leveling up, and getting ribbons and stuff like that through the single player. Every mode you play kind of contributes to your player level and all that stuff.
So these stars, they get you anything but kind of.
It's unlocked. You get additional characters for multiplayer, is primarily, and the Aftermath campaign is actually locked until you get like 80 stars.
No kidding.
So
80 stars.
It's not that many.
Is that enough to get on one playthrough normal?
Totally.
He didn't mention
how many chapters are there? There must be more than a few then.
Well, it's 3 per section, and then there are 5 chapters.
Right.
So and then there are multiple sections in there too. So.
A
So
couple
this is section
hours.
5, you see.
A couple of hours in this main campaign.
Let's take a look at what this one is. If this is the one, Lancer wielding Cyclops drones. That's not all that interesting. We'll jump out. I was gonna. There's one. I wish I could remember what it was, but there's one where there's dust, and so it's extreme dust, and you can barely see. It's a really neat effect. Like they wear it well.
Super active reload.
That's just when you get it perfect. And I don't know that I've ever heard it referred to as super active reload either.
What's that? Is that when you're?
That's what so I can use that as a title. You know, this is very similar to the screen from Gears 3. Like it had the same kind of tab system and stuff.
The ribbons. And
so different titles that I can equip.
What's your title currently?
I believe it is Good at Gears.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I figured I'd lie about it. Yeah, Good at Gears. You know, dog tags that you find, keep track of that stuff. Ribbons that you get throughout.
Hey, you find any kind of notebook stuff or scraps of paper?
No story.
Clippings?
No other story elements in there.
So survival versus is survival like horde mode?
Survival is kind of the replacement for horde mode.
Why would you replace horde mode?
It is not horde mode. Survival is sort of a single-player version of Overrun, which is kind of the big new mode here. But it is a multiplayer. It is a multi-team variant of Beast mode.
Oh,
if you remember from Gears 3, where you could play as the Locust. Yeah. So that was a class-based system where you played as the different Locusts. They were kind of different classes. They've taken that class system and applied it to the human side now, where you will
I thought
have.
you said he's an engineer.
Yeah, so you have engineer,
Oh, wow.
scout, medic, and all of that. So I'm trying to think what if I should just jump into overrun or jump into survival.
So when you say it's a single-player version of that,
it just means you just play as the humans, and there are more rounds to it when you're playing this way than if you were playing it in overrun.
But not co-op.
Same
or anything
maps.
Like that?
It is co-op, so
Okay.
you can get up to 5 people.
Okay.
On
Gotcha.
one team.
All right, so it's a horde.
It's not single player;
Gotcha.
it's single team.
Gotcha. It's a horde mode version of what did you call it? What's it? Overrun.
Yes.
So you're just playing waves of AI coming
Yeah,
at you.
it ends up being 10 waves, and these are specific maps built for this mode.
So no traditional horde mode.
No traditional horde mode, which was kind of shocking to me.
Yeah, unless this is
And this is
fantastic.
I think kind of meant to be the replacement for it. I think this is a really good replacement and update for beast mode, but I think it's a poor substitute for horde mode.
That's a shame. The horde mode in Gears 3 was a lot of fun.
All right, so we've got right now we
you're
got 2
just-
scouts, 2 soldiers. I'm going to be engineer.
Oh, you joined the game in progress?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And you see each one of them has a special ability on the left bumper. That's normally the grenade button. So when you're playing these class-based modes, you don't throw grenades.
Okay.
So I can switch to my repair tool here.
I'm repairing.
Fixing your gun, buddy.
Okay, thank you. How many people are in this?
5.
Okay.
And I can also drop a sentry turret like that. And that's my left bumper special ability. I should probably switch to my gun. Actually, maybe shoot some guys instead of just.
I don't know. It seems like you're
man.
getting a lot of points.
Just fixing stuff. Don't mind me. Hey, I'm fixing that. So everyone's trying to attack this. The horde is trying to attack this generator over here, which they are.
Yeah.
Doing so.
Repair that guy.
I blew up. He repaired me permanently.
Take some ammo.
Are you
So the
seeing-
soldiers throw out those ammo cases.
That's helpful. These are all things that would have been super helpful in horde mode. Ammo. Repair that gate.
I can't fix the generator though.
Oh, you can't. Oh, that would make it. Oh. Is that Cole? So you said there are five guys.
5 guys, 4 classes.
And you can have like multiple Bairds. And,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but everyone's a Baird. If you're playing engineer, you're playing as Baird. It's
Okay.
it's kind of weird.
It didn't seem like. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like even in seeing the characters here, I feel like I think I saw all these guys in a single player. There's Cole. There's that
Yep,
girl.
it is the 4 people from the campaign. Absolutely. And so if we were playing overrun mode, these would be humans playing the locust.
Yeah.
And it would be based on a timer instead of killing all that. That enemy meter wouldn't be there.
Okay. So it's not like you would be attacking their base. They would just kind of be attacking your generator always.
Yeah, they don't have a base. It's more like, they have 5 minutes to stop us, and it's in 3 phases. So this is the final phase. We're going to lose probably because this is wave 6 and the generator's already at 26%. So this is going to be the end. Before you get back to defending the generator, you are defending e-holes, emergence holes.
Yeah. Why would you defend an e-hole?
Because it's covered, and you're trying to prevent them from destroying the cover.
Oh.
So they're trying to destroy the cover, and that gives them a forward spawn, and basically pushes the action back,
That's interesting.
like in a battlefield match.
Yeah. And running right into that turret. I don't know. I think you might be able to take this.
I think we'll finish wave 6, sure, but it's only wave 6. Oops.
Wait, that
That's a
generator's
reload.
not going to get its health back?
No.
Okay.
Why would you throw your ammo out there? Oh, well.
You go get it.
So kind of standing here in this ring and regenerate ammo for a bit.
So, soldier has
sentry
ammo. Engineer's got some repair. A medic, I assume, can heal
Throw
guys.
stim grenades, which will revive if someone's downed,
Yeah.
but not out. The grenade will pick them right back up.
I guess that's what you can do with a game that has recharging health, right?
Right.
And then, so what else? What other?
The scout throws a tagging grenade. So any enemy in the radius of that grenade, when it goes out, will
have a time tag on it.
it'll show like
through walls.
yeah,
and all
through
that
walls
stuff.
and all that. Yeah.
And that'll run out eventually.
Yes.
And then there's one more class.
That's it.
Oh, there's
4 classes.
4 classes. Okay.
5 characters,
dudes,
4 classes.
Is there a 5th character?
No.
Wait, so there's always going to be a dupe in here?
Yeah.
Come on! Come on!
Man,
Come on, really? They couldn't come up with one more dude?
yeah, well,
Just
so
put a
when
cowboy
you're
hat on
playing
somebody?
when you're playing the competitive multiplayer mode, you configure your character and you pick who you want to be at that point. But it's not the same.
Hey, but like... I don't know, that seems a little...
It's a little weird. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I'm with you, man.
All you need was one more dude.
Yeah, it's a 5-player game.
Yeah.
Could have made alternate skins for each class.
Not even that. Just throw like a wild crazy man in there.
Generic guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm a soldier. Or what's his face? The guy that keeps dying in all the Gears games. Just give a relative to the hell is that dude's name?
Carmine.
Yeah, just one of the Carmine dudes. Just throw him in there. Put a mask on him. They're fine. Oh.
Look at that little corpser.
So this has no narrative in it, right? This isn't like
No, this is
side
defend the
mission?
generator. This
Okay.
is
It's not like
the narrative is keep that generator up.
all right. They're not trying to hook this back into the game at all.
No.
Any new enemies? Anything that seemed new?
Nah, nothing's coming to
All right.
mind. I didn't do a 1-to-1.
Sure. Oh boy. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so if a ticker gets up to that thing and blows up, it does like, or at least in overrun mode, I want to say it does like 15% damage. It's
Man.
like, it's a bad scene.
Are you starting with those turrets? Like you can't purchase or make new turrets?
No, yeah, there's no purchasing, there's no upgrading of the fences or anything like that. Like all that horde mode stuff is gone.
So
which
that
is-
one turret is it?
This turret is it. If this turret gets destroyed, it's done.
Damn.
So it's kind of, I need to make sure it works. It works. We're good.
The Cole is the soldier?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's maybe not the greatest. That sentry
Oh,
doesn't
wait.
want to work.
Wait, so how'd you drop a sentry?
That's my left bumper thing. So that's a temporary sentry gun. You see it ticking down there in the upper right, and it's gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the repair was your left bumper thing.
No, that's my alternate weapon. So the weapons are also forced too. So I have a shotgun, no weapons drop. The only way you can get ammo is from Cole.
Man, so if you don't have a mixed team,
Yeah, you're
done.
Yeah, you run out of ammo and you die.
can you even play this with fewer than like 2 or 3 people?
It fills spots full of bots if it needs to. So it's not
Oh man.
not really an issue, except for the part where the bots are not great all the time. I had a Baird staring into the wall and shooting his shotgun over and over again,
Yeah.
which was funny for me.
Yeah, but not helpful
not
for the
necessarily
game.
helpful.
That's it. Generator destroyed. That's a Locust victory.
Yeah.
So you gonna jump in? You want to take a look at the Locust now that?
Yeah, let's join an overrun game and see if we can get on the Locust team. Because otherwise it'll just look exactly like this with a timer instead of...
I know people like that beast mode. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
I thought it was interesting, but it wasn't... I think Overrun is kind of the ultimate realization of Beast Mode. Like, Overrun is what Beast Mode should have been in Gears
Yeah.
3. But again, I don't think that what we just saw there is an effective replacement for Horde. I really like building the fences
Yeah.
and placing the stuff like
There's
that.
a real sense of tension with also with the ammo boxes placed.
Yeah,
and all that. Like,
yeah.
We got to start here. and We got to run over here. Like,
Right.
The maps were built in such a way that I thought it was really, really well done. Like I said, I had a lot of fun on those maps because you could learn the map, and I don't know.
Yeah, it was a good time. So I actually didn't know that they had removed it until I went looking for it and said, well, maybe I guess it's just survival, and then jumped in and went like, wait a minute,
This class-based thing.
what is going on? So it was a surprise for me as a part of the review process.
I mean, I assume Versus is still untouched.
Well, I mean, Gears 3, by the time they were done putting out DLC, had a whole lot of modes and maps.
Yeah.
This has 4. Which is maybe fine. I mean, it seems like these are the, you got your Overrun, which is kind of your new thing. You got Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, and Domination. And they've already said that Execution is coming.
Okay.
And the Season Pass they're saying comes with 2 modes.
Huh.
and more maps also. So they're gonna fill it back out, but I feel like what's here now is not enough. So for Overrun Survival or for Overrun/Survival, there are 4 maps.
Okay.
And then for these 3 modes, there are 4 more. You can't play these modes on those maps and vice versa.
Yeah, okay.
That is not a lot of maps.
No, it's not a lot of maps. Would you say this seems more like a platform for some DLC then?
If this was a $40 game,
Yeah.
I might go, yeah.
All right, I see where it is.
But at 60, it's
a little bit of a stretch.
yeah. When they're already selling in the season pass, like they're already trying to get you into these.
How much is that season pass?
It is $20.
$20?
Yeah.
And do they say out out of the gate what they're making for it? Or do they say?
It says you'll get 2 packs. It'll be X number of maps and 2 additional modes.
Oh, and then that's it? There's 2 packs and then you're done? Are they out now?
No.
Okay, so you even got to wait on it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be much of a season if they just gave it to them up front.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That is an interesting value proposition.
I think it's kind of my main problem with the game. So you see, there's the hole there. There's the hole we're trying to protect, and it'll kind of move us over to the right as we fail our way through. But it put me in as human, so that's frustrating.
Yeah, you just know, like, I'll change teams. You just gotta. How long do these matches go?
Also, these are all bots. These matches, well, it's sort of a stopwatch mode, so you will play on both sides.
Every round, or
so there'll be up to 3 rounds here. If we stop them right here in round 1, if we hold them for 6 minutes, then we win.
Oh, I see.
Then we win this round, and then we switch.
Mm.
If we fail, then we fall back, and there's a second hole to protect. And if we fail that, then it's protecting the generator.
So, is there any way for you to know if?
I mean, I can bring this up and see if there are people.
Yeah.
There are no people in here.
Wait,
Game's
so-
not out yet. You know,
Right.
that's gonna happen.
It's weird to let you pick sides though.
Yeah, well, I think if I do a private match, if we just want to play with bots, I think I can
If
probably.
you're gonna play with bots anyway.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to see if there's anything new, which I wouldn't even know because I didn't play Beast Mode that much. So you think it's a little skimpy on the maps, on the multiplayer
I do.
side of things?
I do, yeah. Absolutely. So you got your standard versus mode selection screen here. You got private, where we can set up private matches. This is where they can set up kind of custom little things. They're doing deathmatch with only shotguns. And then there's VIP.
What's that?
This is for people who purchase the season pass. And you get more XP when you play here.
Sure.
And it works in the DLC maps when they are available, as it says on the screen.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much the same modes.
It's like that. It's like Battlefield double XP weekend kind of stuff.
Yeah, but all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, and it's a little weird, but at the same time, they have to split it so that people that don't own the DLC have a place to play, and people who do. And I think there's probably a better way to solve the problem, but I understand why they would make this split. But it just, I don't know.
Are you playing against?
You're only playing against people that also purchased the season pass in here.
Even on the normal maps?
Yeah, because DLC might be included.
Wow. So that's a little rough because you're segregating your audience into the season pass people.
You are, yeah. And they are trying to sweeten the pot by saying, hey, there's more XP here to ensure that the player numbers are probably up.
Yeah.
That's my guess is why they had to do that. So there's there's a design reason for them to do this.
Yeah.
But I still think the way they're handling it just kind of comes off a little weird.
If I had a season pass, I probably wouldn't go in anywhere but that season pass thing to get that double XP, right? Unless I want to go back and show off.
Or you could always
what? Oh, what?
Buy double XP for use in the standard mode.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's straight up consumable. I want to say that 10 is $1. I don't think I'm not sure that this stuff is actually up
yet. And you just burn through
Let's hit the button and see what it
200?
says.
200? Wow.
There you go. $10 for 200 matches of double XP.
How many?
Like they just couldn't find a soda sponsor that would put codes in, or
dang, man. Wait, but so you said the season pass is 20, right?
The season pass is 20 and gets you into this VIP list that says more XP, but not necessarily double.
Oh, wait, it doesn't say double? Oh, more XP is awarded. What is that? I don't even know what's happening anymore.
There's mad business happening all around the edges of this game, and it kind of bums me out.
How do you
and that's why the
anymore?
$60 thing starts to just feel a little rotten.
Right, because there's so many outside hooks. obviously the $60 is not what you're hoping to be the main draw, the money maker. It seems like they are making like their
and they're still selling weapon skins and character model like character skins as well. And I don't think the stuff I bought for Gears 3 comes in or anything like that.
Yeah, it almost feels like let me get into this game a lot cheaper so I can spend money on once I'm hooked into the system, but don't make me pay $60 to get into your pay more system.
Right.
Like if I paid $40 for this game, you know, maybe I'll be more inclined to pay $20 for that season pass and go. But maybe that's I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing.
I don't.
Maybe they want me to buy the double XP. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. What is XP anymore? What does it even do?
What does it matter? And there's nothing to. There's no weapons or anything meaningful you're really unlocking
what am I
here.
getting?
For XP, you're getting prize boxes that you can use to unlock some of the other skins.
Can I
guess.
What do I get with stars then in the single player?
Stars in the single player also will unlock characters.
Okay.
There are weapon skins that you can only purchase. There are weapon skins that you can only unlock.
Is there a store or something we can look at some point to see how the hell this all works?
I think so. We can go into the weapon skin screen and kind of look at some of that stuff.
Well, there's your ticker.
And you do get a handful of additional weapon skins and stuff when you buy the season pass.
I would hope so.
But only it's like 3 or 4.
I wonder if they'll bring Horde mode in. They couldn't season pass that. That'd have to be.
I don't know.
Oh!
Oh! Get off me. So you see that's the limit of the spotting, the spotter grenade. Was that thing over there? We're gonna blow this guy up. Oh, he's gonna jump away. We're gonna blow up for nothing.
Is that the health grenade, health revival?
Yep. We're gonna stick with tickers. I find.
It seemed like that grenade was healing.
The tickers are. Yeah, it'll heal as well as revive. Okay. That's yes. Oh. All right, let's go the other way.
They're pretty good value for your time spent. Get moved pretty quickly and then boom, boom.
Well, especially when you've got these fortifications to break through, and you know other people are taking the guys with guns, and those aren't the most effective ways through these barriers a lot of the time. So,
did you get? I saw some lock stuff on your character selection here. Do they have equivalent? Since you're obviously not getting weapon skins for a ticker, you get your equivalent. Spend money to do something on the. That guy just jumped right over that shit.
Yeah, the wretch can jump, so. But I want to knock it down so that the bigger guys later on can come through.
Oh, just getting there, blow everybody up. Nice. It seemed like there was when you respawn. Who's all locked up there?
So these guys cost points to spawn. You see my points total in the corner there.
That's a match thing.
And these, yeah. So it'll cost me 1,500 points to play as a rager.
So you can't just bust him out first thing.
Right.
And the team shares that, or is that your?
No, that's my personal total. I think. I
would hope so. Some dude fucking just wastes it.
So just get up close to the hole, blow up over and over again. The hole's at 25%. You know, the tickers are obviously real soft and easy to blow up.
Yeah.
But they can dash like that.
They're fast.
You know, they get in there. They're low, and you're not always looking low, and sometimes bad stuff happens like that. Ran right past her. Went from 25% to 7% just by running up and hit the B button.
You're pretty good.
I feel like offense. I feel like offense is easier than defense in this mode. Like,
especially with this walking grenade. Oh, what was that?
That was a bared turret. Got me on that one. Let's go the other way.
So if everybody picked a ticker, do you think that would be real bad news, or do you think that would be actually pretty easy to defend against?
Well, you kind of want to, the stuff from beast mode still sort of works. Like the tickers work good early, and then as the battle gets more heated, you kind of want to mix it up with some bigger units, because the bigger units will keep these guys busy, which would then theoretically let you run in here with a ticker and blow up some stuff. And it's 2%. Like I should probably run up there with a gun and shoot it.
But this is way more fun. That's the I found you grenade.
Yeah.
Oh, you got her.
Yep. I was kind of like blowing the people up. Too sometimes.
Oh, sucks.
Let's take a grenadier. Because he can actually throw grenades, like the name implies. It's really crazy.
That's some AI, that ticker?
Yeah. Alright, they got it.
The E-hole!
Then we straight krill it up for a while, and then that is now our spawn point for this hole.
You have to do the same thing?
Yep. And if we get this hole, then the next one is the generator.
Got it. That's fun.
Yeah. It's fine, yeah.
Actually, seems like this, like you said, this seems more fun than defending that thing.
Yeah. Defending the thing, you just kind of stand around, wait for something to happen. So yeah, this is...
Shoot this barbed wire.
Can't jump over this fence.
Is there any friendly fire?
I don't think so.
Guy really wanted to repair that,
You know, once it's gone, so I understand.
That's some tough barbed wire.
It is, I mean, you know, I bet if you threw a grenade at barbed wire, it might not shred it.
Wait, who's that guy?
That's Baird.
Does he have like a helmet on it or a different skin?
I think they just glow blue because they're blue team. You know, so his eye holes, his visor glows. So we've unlocked some of the later stuff here. The Centipede can usually be pretty good at
I remember this thing.
At getting through some of those emplacements and those fences and stuff. And you're playing as a giant centipede, which that's just fun.
Yeah.
I'm getting blown up pretty good here, though. We're gonna have to get up here, and we're gonna. Oh, I'm just gonna run in here. And
rear up.
Dumping.
Oh jeez. Just. She's still alive.
Oh yeah. Not really shooting at me, but
Is that? I think I should be dead. Interesting stuff. Is this the last Gears of War we'll see for a while?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
So coming into this, I kind of felt this game was largely unnecessary.
That's sort of how I felt about it. It was
feel?
you know, some of the stuff they were talking about when we interviewed them back at E3 was interesting. They were talking about like an AI director system that was similar to Left 4 Dead, where it would kind of spawn enemies intelligently based on how you're performing. That wasn't something that came across to me while I was playing the campaign.
Okay.
It didn't feel any different. So, of course, you can play both the campaigns cooperatively as well.
4-player?
Yeah. And then, we've got the kind of standard versus modes here, your death matches, your team death matches. And even though it's at the bottom of the list, it's already got the most players in it.
Of course. Well,
yeah.
Can you check what's in that? Can you punch through to the VIP section of this? Or they gate you right at the top?
I bought it.
Oh, you're a VIP.
When I got to a point where I'm like, there has to be more to this game. Yeah. I went and spent the $20 on this thing to make sure that I knew what it really was.
So what do you think's happening? How do you think this is going to shake out? Just off the, personally here, you think it's going to be a percentage, 25% of the games going on here, or? There's no way it can take even half, right? I mean,
I think that anyone buying this game and getting serious about the multiplayer end of a Gears of War game would probably end up buying that season pass.
It's gonna be real interesting to see, because I'll tell you what, playing some Battlefield recently, and pretty much 100% of the people still playing today are premium.
If you're not premium, then you're just playing Metro over and over again because those are the only map servers that people run, right?
Yeah. When I play with my family, we are not premium, and I think we are probably the only people. And you can always tell because it's that damn knife kill, and also it says premium in the corner, but they got the special knife. But yeah, everybody's premium playing now. So I wonder in a month or two after this game's release if that VIP will be the place to go, or where the matches will be happening.
It's a tricky situation that I think it's the fault of DLC, and I think that there's no problem with adding multiplayer maps to a game after release. I think that's a great idea. They should do it. But the way it ends up splitting user bases and the things that it ends up happening with that, it can be weird.
Well,
I think there probably needs to be better ways to make that work. So what happens when you're not premium and if you're playing on a server that has those maps? Oh God, that is the first Hammer of Dawn I've seen in this entire game.
So wait, what were you saying?
When you're playing, can the
on a battlefield?
Yeah.
I don't think it puts you in a server that's running those maps on rotation. It does. I've never gotten anything that says like we're skipping this map or booting you because you're not premium.
Yeah, so there are different ways to kind of handle that conceptually, and then that's.
Enemy spotted.
But I'll tell you what, it makes me, with Battlefield, I've been waiting for the premium stuff. So we're playing on consoles just because it's the easiest thing to play with my family.
Yeah,
Get my dad up on a console. And so we've been waiting for the premium stuff to go on sale because we're going to have to buy like 5 seats on it.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to need it. And I really want to. Like that. It'll probably be the first competitive thing that I kind of want to pay into. And so it's interesting seeing this out of the gate, splitting it into a VIP room. Just because, I don't know. That seems a little weird to me.
Probably a bad throw.
More for me.
So yeah, it's team deathmatch. It's a lot of people rolling around and getting really close to you with a shotgun and blowing you in half, and you going, what?
Let's check. See if we can check out that store.
Sure.
See why I would want double XP or more XP.
Yeah. So I'll show you what I've unlocked so far. I guess. We'll talk about where it came from. So I'm level 19 here. So if we go into character setup. So we've got some locked skins here that come out of rare prize boxes. These ones that I have here at the end, these 5, the 2 down there.
Yeah.
Those are from the season pass.
Okay.
And the rest all came out of prize boxes. These ones you can only get via purchase.
So you have to pay for these.
Yeah. And then whatever the Reaper.
And now, how do you get a prize box again?
So prize boxes, there are 3 different types, and it's a little bit like the Mass Effect 3 prize box stuff.
A little roulette.
Except there's no way to buy prize boxes directly yet. I don't know, with all the other stuff they're selling, it seems almost weird.
And you use what to buy them here?
You don't use anything to buy them. So as it says, you get a normal prize box from killing enemies. So every 200 kills or so from campaign, wherever it comes from, you'll get a normal prize box. And I've normally gotten XP out of those, but you can occasionally get some skins. Okay. The rare prize boxes come from getting a lot of those ribbons.
Yep.
So like cluster luck for killing multiple enemies with a grenade.
And this is campaign or multiplayer?
Yeah, anywhere.
Okay.
And then from leveling up, I want to say it's every 5 levels you get an epic prize box. And
so those will be limited for each character, right? Because
I suspect you will eventually get enough of them to get everything that requires an epic prize box.
Oh.
So the character skins you see here, like some of them, this chrome one comes from a normal prize box.
Okay.
This B one comes from a rare prize box.
Gotcha.
I got this mummy one out of a rare prize box.
You did?
That's Cell Shaded comes out of an epic prize box.
Gotcha.
These ones are for sale.
Gosh, some of them really look terrible.
Yeah.
What was that Matrix one? Yeah.
I kind of like that one.
Where do you get that? Oh, you just have to buy it.
Of course.
Huh.
Tron skin. You got to buy the Tron skin.
Was it actually called Tron skin?
No, it's called Program, but
okay.
you know what they mean.
Weird. So how'd you get these? They just
these 2, I think, or these bottom ones came with the season pass.
All right.
Arctic Armor, Dark Carnival.
Sure.
If you want to be a member of the Dark Carnival.
Don't. So
woot woot.
So where I haven't seen yet, did we miss the part where you use XP?
You don't use XP.
What's the XP again?
When you level up, you every 5 levels of XP, you get one of those epic prize boxes.
Oh, so that's it?
Yeah.
That's just that. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's weird because that's the weird one. Because
but also like there's straight up the characters themselves.
Unlock with...
So this one, you get tie for getting 126 stars total.
Sure. That's campaign.
Yeah. You start with the main 4 here, I believe.
Okay.
And you get guys for beating the game or for beating the Aftermath campaign. You get the Cole, the more recognizable version of Cole.
Yeah.
And then these Onyx guards here at the end
are
good. From the season pass.
And then maybe you can use those in multiplayer at some point. You can change it up.
You can use these in the competitive multiplayer, but not the class-based multiplayer.
Wow. All right. And so you're always just gonna have that 5th dude be a repeat? God, there's something so wrong with that. I just don't like.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It is weird.
It is a little weird. Yeah.
So that's weird. So the double XP thing or multiple XP is great, but I feel like it's a limited thing because you'll at some point have hit a level cap or something and gotten all the epic boxes, right?
Yeah.
And so then you won't need XP anymore?
You might not get them all in one go through. It does
Maybe.
have
All right.
it has a prestige concept.
Oh, it does. Okay. All right. That makes a little more sense then.
So it's
why would you
possible
limit
that
your...
you may need to sit there and go through. There's achievements for prestiging,
sure,
or I guess re-enlisting, I think they call it here, for 2 or 3 times.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, like I said, I think the campaign is really a lot of fun. It makes good, interesting changes to Gears. Like the declassified stuff's cool. Like the story itself, not so great, but like for just straightforward, straight up Gears action, I had a good time. I had a really good time. But then everything else around it, the survival mode, I don't think it's a great mode. When you compare it to Horde, I think their versus options are maybe a little limited, and I think the map count is kind of crazy.
And it's limited.
Yeah,
right.
it's
not
it's
crazy huge.
Crazy that it's like 4 and 4.
Yeah.
And that's where that's what dragged it down for me. Like I played the campaign first and had a really positive feeling. I feel like I was in here last week talking to you guys. It's pretty good, you guys. And then over the weekend, and kind of as I dug more and more into the multiplayer, I was just like, oh,
that's odd. I feel like that's where this game really should have knocked it out of the park.
Like at one point, straight up, I went to go look at retail sites and go, wait a minute, is this full price?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like $60 worth of content to me.
Yeah.
So I'd say.
And this is the package, even though it's early. This is everything you're gonna get in a box.
So you will also get a download code for Gears of War 1.
Really?
Hand me that box over.
Sure, coming at you. Box in hand.
I should just. Do I have this? I don't have it scratched off enough. I was going to read it out. But
you're just going to give it away?
We'll give the code away. I already have Gears of War 1.
Are they selling it on the digital store, Xbox Live?
Probably.
They must be.
They're selling Gears 3 on the digital store.
So this is a $60 game.
It is a $60 game, yeah. And I just don't feel that that's a good value. So I guess my advice would be wait to find it on sale.
Are they selling like a super version with the?
Not that I saw, but I didn't look too hard. Yeah, I want to say that there's, some online stores having a discount that gets you some Microsoft points. Like Microsoft themselves are selling retail copies that come in such a way that you could get the season pass for nothing. So there are deals to be had out there, but I don't even know that. I'd say that is the right price for this package.
Yeah.
It's a little slim.
All right. Well, your review's up.
The review is up.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Vinny.